The scenario we are demonstrating today is of a wholesale food distributor of frozen foods. Food wholesale distributors, particularly the hospitality sector, have been hit hard in the past year with COVID. Today we're going to create a sales demand plan, a financial forecast outlining by sector, by customer and product, effectively sales volumes and a profit and loss forecast by sector, customer and product. This scenario will create our demand plan, which we can later use for our ordering and materials requirement planning. We begin with the creation of the sales volume forecast. This will be looking at a post-COVID recovery scenario where we are planning for a recovery in the market from April 2021. We will use machine learning based on historical sales to build a sales forecast and demand plan. We will then use list prices and material costs to produce a forecast P&L by customer and product. So the role I am playing today is a sales planner, and I am on my home screen in my analytics application. And what I can see is the sales volume in units, a chart for 2020 going up to the current month of March 2021. In effectively the last year where we've been operating as a wholesale distributor in the COVID market. I've just got a slider here which allows me to look back at my history, and you can see going back to 2017 and actually back to 2014, we've got a trend of upward sales with peaks in December. As I'm hovering over a chart, you can see December, and then some troughs in the summer where sales have dropped off, and some peaks in April, but a general upward trend. What we can see, however, in January 2020 is that the effects of COVID, a significant drop in sales with the first lockdown, a pickup during September and August as the hospitality sectors opened up, but then the subsequent second and third lockdowns hitting us hard in January, coming out finally in March. So we're currently in a position of March 2021. I've got a little numeric point here saying 752,000 sales volumes in March 2021, and that's 200,000 down from the previous year. So you can see that there's been a significant drop in sales volumes. So as a sales planner, what I'm going to do today is actually predict our sales plan going forward for the next year and place a financial forecast with the sales volumes. Again, we can then use this later on in our materials, in our ordering and materials requirement planning within a SAP Business by Design. To the left, I've got my workflow, which is effectively my calendar, and down here I've got a series of tasks which need to be completed within the planning system. I can see here just by over-clicking it that I've got the sales forecast for all sectors. So now I'm going to complete the sales demand plan and financial forecast. So I simply click on to this due task. I've also received an email in my inbox telling me this task is overdue, and I'll just click on here, and this will open up the calendar. So we open up in the calendar, which is effectively our workflow and our task assignment. And if I just explode it out, I can see that I've got a planning process and a series of tasks. I'm particularly interested in the sales forecast and demand plan today, and I can see that I've got a series of sales forecasts to complete by sector, and I've also got one for all sectors. So I'm just going to click on that, and on the right hand side my task will then appear. I can see that the task started 11 hours ago. There's a due date, and it was due 11 minutes ago, and a status. So this task has been assigned to me. It could also be reviewed by another person, but I am going to complete this task. I simply do it by clicking on the work file, right, and this will take me to my new screen.